He's holding you in his hand. Come on. You can do all things. Find your strength again. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do, okay. You love, simply, hey, but that's the only I can do, hey. I can stand still. Uh-oh, what? I can give God the glory. I can do all things. I can do all things. Don't make a pain. I know the pain. I know I strength to obey. I can do it, yeah. You can do it, yeah. You can do it, yeah. That's my song. Okay. That's Strength by John P. Key, if you're wondering who that is. Sometimes you got to go old school and bring it back to where we are now, because even though they're old and they're behind us, those songs still speak for today. Okay. So I'm going to dive right on in it. I'm going to read a passage. It's coming from Exodus 5, I'm sorry. Verse 22 and 23. It says, Then Moses went back to the Lord and protested, Why have you brought all this trouble on your own people, Lord? Question. Why did you send me? Question. Ever since I came to Pharaoh as a spokesperson, he has been even more brutal to your people, and you have done nothing to rescue them. He cried out to the Lord. So after reading that passage, the Lord took me to Psalms 53, verse 6. It's another question. Who will come from Mount Zion to rescue Israel? Well, the answer is quite simple, people. Give me one minute. Sorry, that was my husband. Okay. So again, I was saying the Lord took me to Psalms 53. It was coming from verse 6. Who will come from Mount Zion to rescue Israel? But if you continue to read on, still in verse 6, from Psalms 53, it says, when God restores his people, Jacob will shout with joy and Israel will rejoice. So right now, your days might seem gloomy. You might be questioning God where the help is going to come from, because right now what you're facing might seem to be too strong for you. But you serve a big God who owns all of the cattle on the hill. There is nothing that he shall hold from you. You being who he loves you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. And half of the time, in some of our situations, the things that we are stressing and going crazy about, some of us, it's like we're trying to, we are talking about the situation, and some of us haven't even begun to start receiving phone calls from bill collectors yet. But it's like we're feeling like, we need to get on top of this matter before it gets to that point. Well, God is telling you in this hour to stand still and know that he is God. It is he who is going to rescue you. He has removed certain people from your life so that he could be the center point of your attention, to show you that you never needed them to begin with to be able to face this battle. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you, he is going to condemn. So stop trying to fight this battle on your own and take yourself completely out of it. Stop going around trying to find help and probably reaching out to resources and crying out to so-and-so or whoever. However you are trying to handle the situation, get out of it. God is coming. He is in the matter with you. He already has a plan for what it is that you're facing. I don't care what it is. Again, if it's sickness, whatever it is, God has the way made. Trust him. Trust the process. Trust the reason why you're still going through this matter. Whatever it is you're facing, God has it. And he wants you all to know that. And right now, it's just time for us to just stop asking questions and just patiently wait for him. If he already hasn't made the way, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Be patient and wait. The strength is in you to be able to stand in this battle and know that the victory is yours. Start praising him today. Don't wait until the victory is over and you've won and then praise. You praise while you're in it, because you know that the God you serve is bringing you out. It's his strong hand that's going to deliver you. Your job can't save you. The people you connected to can't save you. And if they are helping you, we'll see how long that lasts. Because God has to show his people he is your source. He is your strength. If it wasn't for him, some of the doors we've been blessed to walk through today, we would have never saw it. It would have never came to pass. Give God the glory. Give him his praise, because his praise is due to him while in the battle and after. If you're still in the stage of depression, like I was speaking on my last video yesterday, it's time to shake it off. It's time to get up, and it is time to believe God. We cannot walk throughout life and have one foot in God and the other foot in our own strengths. It's not going to work that way, because one day you're going to be facing a situation that is too much for you. And you're going to need God to take control. That's why we have to learn how to give it over to him from the beginning, because when you're doing that with all situations, he'll begin to act. He's already acting in the matter and making a way, because he already knew what you were going to do before you had even done what you did, whatever that might have been, or whatever that is you're thinking about doing. Take yourself out of it, please. I guarantee it will go a whole lot smoother. Allow God to be able to place that peace in you and that rest that you're seeking. Worration, anger, starving yourself to death, or whatever it is that you're doing because of the depression, shake it off. It's not going to help the situation to get any better. Allow God to be able to give you peace while you are in suffering. Let him comfort you. Don't reach out to man to comfort you. So he asks, who will come from Mount Zion to rescue Israel? Who will? You don't have nobody else to turn to. Go ahead and give it to God and find that rest in that peace, because it's just so sweet that the restoration is coming. It's so sweet to know that we will be able to rejoice in what God is getting ready to do, that turnaround that is coming through, that moment that we have all been waiting for, to be able to give God a beautiful shout from the joy and the glory that we are getting ready to receive from him. A new mercy, another chance to get out there and get it right this time, and to trust him from the start. Don't trust him while you're going through, and then once he brings you over the situation, then you go back and you do, you fall back into that pit again when the next problem arises. We have to learn how to trust God from start to finish. Again, we can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. We got to be all in, or the story would never ever make sense. God's way is going to be done with or without you. With or without you. But sooner or later, you're going to have to take yourself out of it. Sooner or later, you're going to run into a problem that is too much for man to be able to handle. You need a miracle right now? Talk to God. He hears you. He already knows what you need before you even open your mouth. You're hurting? Cry it out to God. Give it all to him and leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Don't try to pick it up again, because it's not moving at the pace that you want it to move. Who's going to help you? God is going to help you. They walked out on you. They left you. So, let them go. Half of them people are probably the ones that's hindering God's hand to be able to move in his life the way that it wants to. And stop holding on to people that do not mean you any good. You ready to see God's hand move in your life like never before? Begin to get away from all that negativity. The he say, she say. Stop dibbling and dabbling and gossiping. Stop it. Get away from all that. It's toxic. It'll have you so blindsided that you won't even be able to see what God's hand is doing. You'll be so busy concentrating on somebody else's business, or so busy concentrating on what's going on in your life at that moment, that you're missing the hand of God move. His hand will have been moved, and you're so busy still crying, you won't even see it. taking over, taking care of the situation. I have been in situations where I knew my bills were due. And I was just so busy, just driving myself crazy, talking to God and angry and going back in my mind. How could I have handled this better? Or how could I have done this better? God, I know it's my fault. God, I know I messed up. God, how we going to get this together? What am I going to do? And God is like, are you finished, my daughter? Now, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to take you out of it. You're going to stop worrying about the issue. You're going to leave it right here in my hands. I have it. I'm going to carry it for you. When I carry it, leave it to me. No matter how long it takes, leave it to me. And so in this point in time with Moses, he was angry because of what the people were saying to him. So much so to the degree he began to doubt God. How do you know when you are doubting God, when doubt is present? Because you begin to question God on the very thing that he told you he was already going to handle. That's how you know when doubt is present. Because Moses, he knew what God was sending him out to do. But see, that's how it can be, being in a situation when you are around people who are talking and they're coming at you and they're charging you with things that God laid on your heart to tell them, or they're charging you against the things that God has put in your heart that he's getting ready to perform in your life. And everybody is just talking toxic negativity towards the situation because they don't understand what God has told you. They don't understand that sometimes it's a process to get to what God has told you to come to life in the matter. They don't understand the process. But if God told you that word, you have to hold on to it. I don't care how long it takes. Whatever he spoke to you, know that it shall come to pass. Moses hearing from God, seeing wonders and stuff done right before him, right, even right there at the burning bush. So what? Because the people who he was surrounded for, faith wasn't where his was supposed to be. Your faith still has to remain in God. It's never supposed to die. Regardless to what people are saying, who cares what they think? In the end, you're supposed to always know that the victory of God is going to come to pass. It's not moving fast enough. Or because he doesn't realize that God is still working behind the scenes. He's looking in the natural instead of looking at it from a spiritual perspective. God never stops. The word says that we serve a God who never sleeps or slumbers. That means while you're resting, he's still up working. Because you can't see it in the physical realm right now does not mean that he's not getting things in order. in the spiritual realm or behind the scenes to let you know that he's working in the spiritual realm. You begin to feel peace about the situation. You begin to feel rest towards the situation. And you have joy while in the situation. This is how you know that God's hand is continually moving until it is ready in his timing to be birthed into the natural. Oh my God, the devil don't want this word to get out. 1 minute, people. No. I'm not. What you were coming up here? I'm fine. So it's still rolling now. I'm trying to go back to sorry. Okay. I completely forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna have to start turning or unplugging the phone lines. One, this is the second disturbance. I am so sorry. But Moses was so to the point now, it was like his heart left from the presence of God. It's like he was supposed to be on such a level with God to where his mindset was supposed to be like God in the matter. But because from the beginning, when he met God at the burning bush, doubt was already present within him. So this proves when he got to this point to where he had to go back and question God, doubt was still present. How many of us are there today to where we are facing a situation right now? It seems to be so great. It seems to be something that you can't do, or you're to that point now because it's not moving as fast as you suspected. You feel like it can't even be done. How many of us are in situations where we have a dream given to us by God, but doubt is still present in your heart because you don't see how you're going to be able to get out. You don't know how this process is going to even begin to start. In that situation and in that matter, the way that you should handle that is clearing the doubt. How to clear the doubt? Sometimes you have to talk things out with God. Allow him to, just let everything that is in you completely out. Everything that is causing you to come up against what God has spoken to you. Talk that matter out with him. Allow him to give you peace on the matter by speaking a word that you need to hear for that moment, or listening to a song, however it is that he comes to your aid to heal your pain that you might be feeling from doubt. But that doubt has to go. If you want to see the Lord's hand move, get rid of the doubt. It weighs you down. It's a never ending, like, doubt can be described as like bad thoughts continuously coming to your mind. It's almost like your mind is running away from you. And it's like it's like your mind focusing on all the wrong perspectives that hasn't come to pass, right? Your mind is running away with, like, it's created its own imagination, and it's just looking at all the what ifs, and it's looking at all the how can I's, and it's looking at all who can I call to get me out of this situation. It's like your mind is running away trying to figure out a plan of how to fix the problem. I'm one of those people. But God is working with me, and I'm learning how to hand it over. I know how you feel. It's a process to hand it over, because I am one of those people who I got to be in the center of it all. I got to know what's going on, how much I got towards this, how much can I put towards this. I got to do the math. I got to break it down. I got to write it down. I got to see it. In other words, before I could trust in it. But as I said, excuse me, God has a way of putting situations there. It's always going to be one situation that you can get yourself out of. And then you're going to have to learn how to trust God. It's hard when you need it now. That's why now you need to start preparing yourselves for the steps. So when you get to the now situation, you'll be like, I ain't worrying about that. I ain't worrying about that. This problem ain't nothing for my God. Throw it behind you and keep going. Throw it behind you and keep going. Because you know that you serve an awesome God. And you know that no situation is that big in your life that God can't handle. So I hope that y'all are ready to rejoice. I hope that you are ready to dance again. I hope that you are ready and in the waiting mode, taking yourself out of it, because you know that God is getting ready to subdue your enemies. He is getting ready to trample all over them. That table is being prepared. Are you ready to eat while your enemies watch? Because best believe you're going to be somewhere and they going to see you. Best believe. Shopping, wherever you're going to be. And they're going to be like, what happened to you? Some of them gonna still be amongst you, laughing all up in your face and smiling, but really they're gonna be like, how in the hell? How did she get herself out of this situation? She was supposed to fall. I just knew it. I was waiting on it. I was waiting on her downfall. She was supposed to fall. How is she still standing? There must be a God who sits up high and looks down low. Because this person right here, no way. I knew her situation. No way. I knew her before she got to this point. Or either they're going to be like, I need to know who you serve. Because I need some of that. Yeah, they're going to be all on you then. Ooh. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. It is coming, it is coming, it is coming, it's coming in fast. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. You will shout again. You will have joy again. You will rejoice again. And you're going to dance again. I guarantee you. You all be blessed and have a good day. I thank you all for stopping in and viewing my video for today. If you are enjoying yourself listening to me on a daily basis, please subscribe to my channel and have a good day. God bless.